Hello, hello, hello. Let me get myself situated. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do before I get started. All right, now don't start acting up on me. Okay, hello, everyone. I am back. Today we are going to talk about Social Security. It won't be here too much longer. So, what are you going to do if you don't have the minimal Social Security income that we were all expecting, especially people of my generation and those of you all that are younger than my generation? So, how are you going to prepare for that? This is part two of the beginning investment, and I'll get you to understand how it is relevant since we're talking about Social Security. So, once again, thank you all for returning back to King's Legacy Group. It is Wednesday, and this is going to be a continuation of the learning process of information that is vital and relevant to your financial journey. So, I hope that you enjoy the information. Short disclaimer: the information shared is based on my own opinions, experiences, practices, and insight into strategies suitable to my life decisions and financial wellness for my family. King's Legacy Group is not a financial advisor, and the videos are for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. You must do your own due diligence and seek professional advice when you feel the need to confirm or expand your understanding of knowledge on any topics and content covered on this platform. So always remember to make smart decisions that suit your own needs and do your own research and analysis. As I stated, our retirement won't be here. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to. You can go online. Remember how they used to send out our Social Security reports annually? I think the last time I got mine was over 10 years ago. But it had a breakdown of what you could expect in benefits when it's time for you to retire or early retire, and other information that's vital to your retirement plan. But you can go online. The website is www.ssa.gov. If you want to go directly to the page, it is www.ssa.gov /my account /statement.html. Okay. So you can have a look at it yourself. You don't have to believe me. I'm not making this stuff up. The Social Security being paid into the system right now, as of today, is being utilized by current recipients getting their benefits. So for the past 34 years that I have paid into Social Security, and we will not have this to utilize and redeem by 2033. So my contributions to SSI was paid to someone else, and you and I won't get ours when we are ready to retire. So we can't depend on that money to be around. So what kind of person are you? Do you want just the basics? And there's nothing wrong with wanting the basics, but keep in mind that just wanting the basics, you're not going to have what you need to live off of the way you would like to when it's time for retirement or pre-retirement. So I'm not bashing anyone for just wanting to work a regular 9 to 5 job, hope for the occasional overtime, have a regular bank savings account, get a job that hopefully will offer 401k and hopefully offer match contribution. If you just want a basic life insurance, a term life insurance policy, if you are one of those people that just gain the general understanding that that is something that you need, because we are all going to die. There's no way to get around that. So if you're one of those people that step up and get a life insurance policy, most people just get a term life insurance policy because they don't plan to do anything with it. And really, most of you all don't even know that you can do anything with it while you are alive. But if all you want is a basic term life insurance and just to have money available to pay for the expenses when you pass and leave a little money for your family members that you love, nothing wrong with that. If you want to work until the last day of your retirement age, nothing wrong with that. Again, as I stated before, what's for one person may not be for another person, and that's okay. That's why I say you have to make your own life assessment and determine what your needs are and what your wants are, and you go after that accordingly. What I'm doing may not be for you, and that is okay. I'm just sharing my journey on the way. And you can take that information and use it whichever way you would like. And I hope that it will benefit and improve your life in the direction that you desire to go. So again, if you just want the basics, if you want to be able to collect your social security benefits and live off of that and the savings that you have put aside in your bank account, fine. Enjoy the basics. But most of us, those of us that want to do more with what we have worked so hard for and want to ensure that we have a better life in our later years after all this hard work, then yes, some things have to take place. We can't avoid getting around these things, okay? Things that can affect your Social Security income. As I've stated before, things will happen. The purpose of me sharing this information, this content on this channel of financial literacy, is about being prepared for the unexpected that won't interfere with our financial goals in life, and we can stay on track and still maintain. But things will happen. No matter what, something will always happen. As a parent, as a parent, it's not just your life. Things will happen in your kid's life that will affect you financially, especially if you have not prepared your child and taught your child their own understanding of financial literacy, then it's going to impact you. Because unfortunately, people, most of our children think that we just supposed to be there all the time, anytime, no matter what the situation. It's just expected. It is what it is. But I'll just go over a few things that can be unexpected in your life that you need to be prepared for, so that it's not a negative impact on your financial road. So let's just go down the list. So, grown kids siphoning off your retirement and savings money, because they're going to ask to borrow money here and there. Something going to happen. Let's say somebody get in trouble and they need to pay for a lawyer. Okay, this is no longer 1935. You can't get a lawyer for $500. Even if it's a custody case where you're going for child support, they want $5,000 up front. So let's say your child get in trouble and it requires a little overnight stay in jail, and they gotta get a lawyer to beat the charge. They want $7,000 to $10,000 up. No, I'm not gonna say seven. They want $10,000 up front to get started. If your child has not gained financial literacy and made their own money, to save their own money, to handle their own situations, who they gonna call? Not Ghostbusters. They gonna call mama and daddy. And depending on which parent has been there all the time, it may just be one of the parents. So both of the parents can't even split the responsibility. So are you going to be ready to do that? Keeping too much house, meaning overextending your living needs. That means living above your needs. As we get older, we probably need to downsize. We have raised the kids, gotten the kids out the house, empty nesting. You probably won't need all that space. If you do, that's fine. That's your choice. But that's something that you need to consider in your older years. You need to downsize. And if you're going to be able to do that for a positive rate of return, then that remains to be seen. If you are still paying a mortgage in your retirement years, that can be a problem. That's going to cut down on your available income. Giving too much money away to family and friends that you probably won't never get back. Yeah. Having high debilitating medical expenses due to bad health, recurring medical visits, and long-term care expenses. The financial burden of caring for adult children and aging parents. I remember seeing a post on TikTok, and this lady was talking about it's not right to have your kids who move back home as adults to pay for anything because they need help. I know a lot of people, let alone parents, could agree with that. When an adult child moves back home, they are adding to the expense of your bills. They are adding to the wear and tear of your home. They are adding to the inconvenience of impeding on your personal space. They are eating your food because, first of all, they're expecting you to cook like you did when they was living at home as children. They feel no concern of eating your food if it's in the refrigerator or whatever the case may be. So it costs you to allow others to live in your home. Each person that returns into your home adds an additional $100 to $50 to $200 a month in utilities alone. So I don't know where this woman, what she was talking about. Oh, but yeah, that's not important. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. Let's see. Of course, unexpected major expenses. Oh, and also the financial burden of taking care of aging parents. The cycle just repeats itself. We have the children, we raise the children, we get older, those children got to take care of us, we got to take care of our parents. So it's a never ending cycle. So there's always an unexpected expense that can affect your retirement and your savings during retirement. Okay. Expected job retirement plans and pension plans and government support and military benefits are probably not going to be available or performing the way you expect them to during your later years. Not getting full employer matching contributions. You have a job that luckily at least offers 401k, but they're not matching anything. So you're just pretty much just putting in the savings account. Um, you could just be doing that on your own through a Roth IRA. But anyway, investing too heavily or too conservatively in stocks, having inadequate life insurance, not having disability coverage, saving for college instead of retirement, ignoring the impact of inflation, bad decision making, and neglecting your own needs throughout life, which impacts your retirement life. Not allocating funds to make that money grow during your life for your retirement, having unexpected layoffs or terminations from a job. You think the money is always going to come in. That's not a guarantee. So if you don't have a backup plan or you don't have proper savings, it can affect you and mess up what your plan was intending to be for your retirement. Poor asset allocation. I've talked about that on several videos before. You have to put your money in different places to achieve different goals. There's no way to get around that. Not having enough money saved for retirement, and of course, retiring too early. And most people retire too early because we just tired. We just physically tired. But in the end, we end up going back to work anyway. And I've seen a lot of senior citizens going back to work after age 66 because they don't have enough savings or situations in their life interfered with what they had for savings and for retirement. So, yes, if you can think it, it can happen. It can definitely happen. So, this leads to, of course, the part two of beginning investing. You have to create your own investment strategy. That leads to you have to execute the income needed to allocate your retirement strategy. You need to pick solid investments and hold. Again, this is about long-term investing, not short-term investing. If you want to transition into short-term investing, awesome. But at least set up your long-term investment portfolio first before you transition into short-term. Okay? I do suggest that. You need to create a diverse portfolio, which consists of ETFs, indexes, single stocks, techs, crypto, high yield, dividends, and other things. That's what diversity is. It's not you picking a whole list of ETFs. It's not you picking a whole list of crypto. It's not you picking a whole list of companies that pay dividends. That's not diversity. Okay? That's not what that is. And I'll explain what that is in just a moment. You need to commit to your budget, to your savings, to your investments and your retirement plan. This goes back from day to day one of me starting this platform. You have to know what you have to work with. Determine what you need to get better. You have to know what you have so that you can budget, so that you can figure out how much you can save. How much you can save now as opposed to how much you can start saving more later. It's a baby step process. You don't have to have a lot to get started. You just have to have what you can work with now and start from there. Starting somewhere is better than nowhere or putting off until later. Because first of all, later may not come. So starting now, that's what this content is about. Starting now, knowing what you need so that you can reach the goals that you want to get to and know how to get to those goals. You got to have a plan. You got to execute that plan. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's no skipping. There's no doing A, B, C and skipping D and E and going to F. That's not how it is. Okay? You need to monitor your portfolio and write things down. And again, my investment log is coming. So I'll be posting that on the website and announce when it's for sale. I'm not intending on announcing the pre-sale of it until I go over the breakdown of how your portfolio should look, how you should actually put it together. And that probably won't take place until another month from now with the video content that I have coming. Why is long-term investing important? Having a diverse portfolio with investment products with different risk levels and yields seeking to lower the assumed risk and leverage a significant percentage of the variability of the portfolio performance. Okay, a diverse package is made of are composed of unlike elements with a balance of potential financial opportunities by dividing funds among securities in different industries and classes. This strategy can level out the impact of systemic and unsystemic risk and assume the losses that may occur from poor performance of individual stocks. Okay? A proper allocation of assets to to match your investments to maximize the return of your portfolio. So, along with the patience, you can achieve a lot of your financial success with long-term investing. Again, the higher risk is in short-term investing. It's a risk on all of it, but it's lower with a long-term diverse portfolio than it is short-term investing, because you are taking more of a risk because you're inputting, you're starting with more money for a higher return in a shorter period of time. So yes, the risk is higher. So there are some key steps that you need to follow in long-term investing. You need to hold your investments for a minimum of 20 years. This is a common sense benchmark. You need to assess your investments annually, of course. Okay. Remember, I told you all about the year and the day. That helps minimize the capital gains that you would pay on the profits that you made in your investment, as opposed to the higher capital gains tax you're going to pay with short-term investments and pulling those profits out before a year. Okay. So, as I stated before, I look at my investments pretty much every week, not to really do anything with them, just to see what's going on. But if I see something that's of concern, then yes, I can take action on it. But I'm just checking on the progress on a weekly and monthly basis. But annually, before I make the decision on how much of the capital gains I take out, that happens a year and a day. Although I'm going to do this on my 20-year evaluation, I'm still going to do this every year annually and see if it's anything I need to replace, if it's anything I need to pay more into, because I do the dollar cost averaging, which is you pay your initial investment and then you schedule recurring payments on a regular basis. So I'm not trying to track how much to put in every week, every 2 weeks, every month. I just set it and forget it. That money goes in every week. I am building my asset, growing my investment, and then I'll see the results in the end. You just start it, set it up, and leave it alone, and just watch it grow. Okay? You need to look at your company's annual earning report for the quarter. You need to look at your company's future guidance report, which is a projection of their future growth and lack thereof. Whether they're going to be starting new innovations or doing some joint ventures, that information is disclosed in a future guidance report. That's different than the annual earnings report. But you need to assess those things during your annual reviews to see if that company has continued to be a good choice for your portfolio, or if you need to make a decision to replace it with a better stock, okay? Or minimize your deposits into that company. You don't have to get rid of it if it's not that bad. If it's not performing that good, that well, you can, but it's still worth keeping. Again, that's the time for your decision making when you make the changes, okay? And as I stated before, don't make emotional investments, but follow the numbers. A lot of the fluctuation in the stock market is for different reasons. It's for people that make choices on emotions. It's for the investors that are experienced and that are following the numbers. It is based on hedge funders affecting the market because they're strategizing to do certain things. But that's when you got to, understand the terminology. You got to find your YouTubers or your financial advisor, if they're into stocks, follow their suggestions and input. Read the newspaper. Yeah, the newspaper still exists, people. Get some financial magazines. Look at the financial news on TV. You have to do what you need to do to keep your portfolio in your best interest. Okay? Control what your retirement plan is. I have said this 100 times. It doesn't change. You need one for the other to work. You need that one for the next one to work. You need the other one for the next one to work. And I'm talking about savings. I'm talking about emergency fund savings. I'm talking about credit cards, using them as a tool, not as a liability. I'm talking about long-term investing. And yes, I'm talking about whole life dividend insurance. You have to start utilizing these things that have been in existence for years, generations. You have to use these resources as tools to leverage your financial positioning. And it's not that hard. It's not. And again, I can just slap myself that I didn't stick with it when I was younger, but I allowed myself to feel intimidated or that I wasn't smart enough to understand everything that needed to be done. That was just fear. And that held me back. So I held my own self back, just like you holding your own self back by going to the next level. So that is it for today. I thank you all for showing up. I do want to mention some updates. There is no more Sunday Live. Sunday Live is now combined with Wednesday Live. I have gotten to the point where the content for the youth and for the adults have gotten to the point of colliding. So I don't need two separate shows to do that anymore. But my decision to remove Sunday Live was also due to the involvement, lack thereof involvement. So I'm just going to do the Wednesday Live for the financial literacy platform. But I am going to be premiering my King's Legacy After Hours, which is going to be Saturday, September 25th at 8 p.m., which is the day after my birthday. So the only thing I'm going to say about King's Legacy After Hours, the topics will be serious and thought-provoking, and you're going to regret if you miss that content. Is going to be straightforward with honest discussions. Those of you that know me, you know I don't hold my tongue. I am comfortable talking about the uncomfortable. And I know a lot of people are, but that's okay. This is my channel. I can do what I want. And I am bringing forth topics and conversations that need to be addressed. So I hope that you all will attend for that. The way social media is, you all love drama. Well, no, I'm not going to say drama because I don't deal with drama. It's just going to be some transparent conversations. So I hope that you all show up for that. I will be posting some reminders later on social media, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So we have reached the end of the road. I hope that you found some value in the content shared today. So until next time, take care of yourselves and know that knowledge is the real power when you apply it. It only works when you apply it. And please, please click like, share, and comment if you like. It will help the channel grow on the social media platforms. So if you don't interact, even just by clicking like, you are doing us a disservice. You are not supporting this channel. If I'm sharing information that's important to you, your friends, your family, your community, then yes, we need your help to click the like button. Even if you click the unlike button. But if you click the unlike button, I want to know why. Tell me why you didn't like it. If you want to make a short comment, please do so. And if you want to be notified every time we have live postings, then click subscribe and you'll be notified. Okay? Thank you again. Everyone, take care.